Hi guys, Dan Holton from GuitarLessonCentral.com here, and just going to carry on answering your questions, and got one today from Harry M. Green from Philadelphia in the US, and he says, this may seem a silly question, but I am planning on learning how to play and want to know whether to buy an acoustic or an electric guitar. So, I want to be able to play blues, rock, a bit of folk music, so really don't know which instrument to start on. Can you help? Okay, so yeah, a good question. Obviously, this is something that goes through every beginner's mind when they're first wanting to play, and you can go either way on this. I mean, I have people start with electrics and acoustics, and they both progress at a kind of the same kind of level. And you're right, Harry. I mean, the kind of music you want to play in the long run does go some way towards this. So if in the long run you're looking to play a whole bunch of Joni Mitchell songs or Bob Dylan songs, then you know you need to pick up an acoustic guitar and start learning on that to get used to it. Equally, you know, if you're looking to play some kind of heavy metal music in the long run, it's probably worth just starting on an electric anyway. But if you're somewhere in the middle, I can only tell you what I did, and that is I started on an acoustic guitar. And I remember at the time the idea was that from the man in the acoustic guitar shop typically was that these are slightly heavier strings. This guitar is slightly harder to play, and I think he could see in my eyes that I wasn't going to give up. So if you are so determined that you're going to be, you know, a serious player and you really want to go for it, then I would probably recommend getting an acoustic guitar, having it set up well before you buy it in the shop. So that means no crazy string heights. Get the person in the shop before he sells it to you to set it up so that it's reasonably okay to play. And then that will kind of set you up in terms of it's quite easy to transfer yourself from an acoustic to an electric guitar, okay? In some ways, okay? Literally in the terms of, okay, it won't feel really hard to suddenly play an electric guitar after you've played an acoustic guitar. In some ways it might feel easier. There'll be other things to think about. So that's what I did. However, I've had a couple of students who find it very demotivating because they find their acoustic guitars so hard to play that they don't like it. You know, they don't want to pick it up, or it's not pretty enough. Simple things like this. In my mind, the key part is that you play the guitar. You are sitting there and you want to practice and you are enjoying practicing. And if that means going out and buying a beautiful electric guitar and plugging it into a lovely little amp, if you've got a bit of spare cash lying around, then do that. Because if that means you're going to sit down and practice and play and get better, then that's what you need. Okay, so it all depends on your circumstances and who you are. So kind of, you should be asking yourself this question, Harry. You should be saying, you know, am I really keen, or, you know, am I hoping it's going to be a little easier and I can just get somewhere faster? I'm in a bit of a rush or whatever. And depending on the answer to these questions, you kind of choose it for yourself. But hopefully that helps. I know it's not really a very good answer. So all I can say is that I did acoustic first, and it helped me out a treat because it toughened my fingers up. And then when I did eventually move over to an electric, it was only about 6 months later, and it was a real treat for myself. It was like, yes, I deserve an electric now. I can play D and G and whatever. So here we go. Let's go and do some proper stuff on an electric guitar. That was because of the kind of music I like. So, you know, it's totally down to you. As long as you're picking up the guitar and loving it, then it's all good.